Ever notice how some people just seem to have this, like, sixth sense about money?
Mm-hmm.
Not talking about, stock tips or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it's like they understand the deeper game.
Right.
That's what we're diving into today. Not just, like, financial advice,
Yeah, yeah.
but the kind of unwritten rules of wealth
I like that.
that stick with you long after you've, closed the book or whatever.
Absolutely. The unwritten rules, those are the ones that really matter.
Exactly.
Because those are the ones that they don't teach you. You have to learn those by kind of going through it.
We're dissecting the 20 money rules you sent over.
Okay.
Our mission,
Yeah.
to pull out the juiciest bits that you can actually use,
Love it.
whether you're just starting your financial journey
Mm-hmm.
or looking for that extra edge.
And what makes these rules so compelling is that they're not just about spreadsheets and interest rates.
Right.
They get into the psychology of money, how our beliefs and mindsets shape our financial realities.
Oh, I like that a lot, the psychology of money.
It's huge.
Okay, let's jump right in with a rule that really got me thinking. Rule #13. Money doesn't change people. It reveals who they truly are. Have you ever seen someone, like, win the lottery and suddenly
Oh, yeah.
their true colors come out?
100%, yeah.
It's like money amplified
Yeah.
what was already there.
That's a great way to put it. It just brings out that was always there.
Right.
It's like that saying,
right.
give someone a mask and they'll show you their true face.
Oh, all right.
Money can act as that mask,
Right.
revealing hidden motivations and values.
Which connects to rule #12,
Okay.
reminding us that money isn't the source of happiness, but a tool.
100%.
It's about what you choose to do with it.
Exactly how you use it.
If you're chasing happiness solely through wealth, you might be missing the point.
Yeah, it's not an end in itself, right?
Yeah.
It's a means to an end. It's a tool that can help you live a better life. But it's not the be-all and end-all.
So it's not just about accumulating money,
Right.
but about understanding what truly drives us.
It's about aligning your financial goals with your values, your passions, and your aspirations for a fulfilling life.
Speaking of drive, rule #1 throws us right into the action.
Okay.
Money is earned through crisis. Now, before you think we're advocating for chaos, hear me out.
All right, I'm all ears.
Remember that investor quote about being greedy when others are fearful?
Ooh, now we're talking.
So it's about recognizing that opportunities often arise in moments of uncertainty.
That's a fact. When everyone else is panicking, that's when those with a clear head
Right.
and a long-term vision
Yeah.
can capitalize.
So let's say you've spotted an opportunity
Okay.
and rode that wave to a financial win.
Right.
How do you make that wealth last? That's where rule #4 comes in. Money is easier to earn than to maintain.
It's so true. It's like the difference between climbing a mountain and staying at the summit.
Oh, that's a good one.
Earning money might require a burst of energy and effort, but maintaining and growing it takes discipline, strategy, and a long-term perspective.
And it's not just about holding on to what you've earned.
Yeah.
It's about making sure your money is working as hard as you did to get it. Which brings us to rule #2. Money is a game of exchange.
I like this one.
This one really resonated with me.
It's a game, and like any game, there are rules.
What are your thoughts?
It highlights the fundamental principle that money flows to those who provide value.
Okay.
It's about leveraging your skills, your knowledge, your creativity to create something that others find valuable and are willing to pay for.
So instead of just trading time for money,
Right.
we should be thinking about how we can create something of lasting value.
100%.
It's the difference between having a job and building a business.
Precisely. It's about shifting your mindset from simply earning an income to creating assets and systems that generate wealth over time.
So we're not just working for our money.
Right.
We're making our money work for us.
That's the goal. Make that money work for you.
Love it.
You've hit the nail on the head. It's like planting a seed
Right.
versus just like picking fruit off a tree.
Okay.
One creates a sustainable source of abundance, while the other is temporary.
So how do we make that shift? How do we go from trading our time to building something that generates wealth even when we're not working?
That's where I think understanding the mechanics of money comes in.
Right.
And that's where I think a lot of folks get tripped up.
Yeah.
They might be great at earning, but then the money just sits there.
Right.
Or worse, it disappears.
It disappears, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about putting our money to work.
Okay.
Rule #6 jumps out at me here. Money hates stagnation. It needs to be flowing, right?
Yes.
Like water,
Chicks flow.
if it just sits there, it gets kind of, well, it kind of grows.
It gets stagnant, it gets stale.
Yeah.
And just like we have different streams and tributaries in nature,
Right.
diversifying your income streams is key.
Okay.
Think of it as creating multiple rivers of revenue flowing into your financial reservoir.
Multiple rivers of revenue. I like that a lot.
There you go.
And that's where investing comes in, right?
Yeah.
Rule #7 reminds us that money loves risk takers, particularly when they're young.
Yeah.
But isn't that when we have the least amount of money to be risking?
It's true that younger folks typically have less capital, but they also have something far more valuable.
Right.
Time,
Right.
time to recover from mistakes, time to learn,
Mm-hmm.
and most importantly, time to let the magic of compound interest work its wonders.
Ah, yes. Rule #16, the one everyone raves about.
There it is.
The accumulated power of compound interest is the most powerful force in the universe.
The eighth wonder of the world, right?
Sounds a bit dramatic, but I get the point.
It's a big one. Think of it like this. You invest a small amount,
Okay.
and over time, it earns interest.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the kicker. That interest then earns interest itself,
Oh, okay.
and so on and so on.
I see.
It's like a snowball effect,
Yeah.
gaining momentum as it rolls downhill.
Okay, snowball effect. I like that.
There you go.
But before we get ahead of ourselves,
Yeah.
let's address the elephant in the room, spending.
Okay.
Because as much as we'd love to think it's all about earning and investing,
Right.
how we manage our spending plays a huge role, right?
It's huge. I would even argue it's probably the most important
Okay.
part of the equation.
Interesting.
Because you could have all the income in the world,
Right.
but if you don't know how to manage it,
Yeah, if you're spending it all,
it's going to disappear.
which is why rule #8 is so crucial. Money hates spendthrifts.
It does. It runs away from them.
We've all been there, tempted by that impulse purchase
Oh,
or that
yeah.
like treat yourself mentality.
Oh, I'm guilty of that.
That leaves our bank accounts feeling a bit, well, sad.
A little bit lighter than we would like them to be. It's about recognizing the difference between wants and needs.
Yes.
And being mindful of where our money is going. You know, rule #19 also speaks to this. You know, that cautioning against impulsiveness.
So true, because it's not just about the one-off purchases.
Right.
It's about the cumulative effect of those small, mindless expenses that drain our accounts over time.
Yes, the little things add up, like that daily latte habit.
Yes, exactly.
That adds up to hundreds, even thousands of dollars a year.
It's crazy.
It's crazy how much those little expenses can add up.
And this all ties back to rule #10's emphasis on control.
100%.
Who's in the driver's seat? You or your money?
That's the question, right?
It's about making conscious, intentional choices about your spending, rather than letting your emotions or external pressures dictate your financial decisions.
You got to be in control.
And that's where rule #18 comes in, right? Money rewards those who take ownership. It's like we can't expect to be in control if we don't even know where our money's going.
Exactly. Knowledge is power when it comes to your finances.
Right.
You can't manage what you don't track, right?
Exactly.
So it all comes down to awareness. Tracking your spending, understanding your cash flow, and facing those numbers head on, that's how you take the reins.
So no more burying our heads in the sand,
No burying heads in the sand.
hoping for the best. We got to be proactive about managing our finances.
Be proactive, be in the driver's seat.
Which reminds me of something we haven't touched on yet, but it feels really relevant here. Rule #5, money loves secrecy. I'll admit, this one threw me off a bit at first.
Yeah, it sounds a little counterintuitive, right?
It does a little bit.
But it's not about being secretive about your finances in like a dishonest way.
Right.
It's more about being mindful of who you share your financial details with. Because not everyone has the same relationship with money, and not everyone will celebrate your successes in the same way you do.
Right. Like that friend who always seems to downplay your wins.
Ugh, yeah, we all know that person.
Or that family member who's always quick to offer unsolicited financial advice.
Oh, yeah, unsolicited financial advice. Let me tell you what you should do with your money. Yeah, it's about setting healthy boundaries
Right.
and recognizing that your financial journey is personal.
Right.
You get to decide who you share those details with and what level of detail you're comfortable disclosing.
It's like protecting your financial energy, in a way.
100%. It's like, you don't walk around telling everybody your deepest, darkest secrets, right?
Nah.
Treat your financial information with the same level of discretion.
And speaking of energy, rule #9 really stood out to me.
Yeah.
Money loves authenticity.
Hmm.
It's like this breath of fresh air in a world that often feels obsessed with following the crowd. What do you think?
Oh, I love that rule. It's so important to stay true to yourself, especially when it comes to your finances. There's no one size fits all approach to wealth building. What works for one person may not work for another. So, don't try to be someone you're not. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
Embrace your unique strengths and talents and let that guide your financial decisions.
So it's not about chasing after the latest get-rich-quick scheme or trying to be someone you're not. It's about finding what works for you, what feels aligned with your values,
Mhm.
and building from there.
Exactly. Find your own lane, stay true to your values, and the money will follow.
And that authenticity, I feel like it ties in with rule #3, money attracts money.
100%, it's all about energy.
Right. When you're living and earning in alignment with your true self, you naturally attract more abundance into your life.
Absolutely. It's like you're putting out that positive, abundant energy, and the universe is responding in kind, like attracts like.
It's like that saying, do what you love and the money will follow.
Exactly. But it's not just about the doing, it's about the being, right? It's about
Yeah.
cultivating that energy of abundance from within.
Yeah.
And part of cultivating that energy is surrounding yourself with the right people, right?
Yes.
Those who inspire you, support your growth, and share a similar vision for financial well-being.
Because let's face it, who you surround yourself with matters.
It's huge. Their energy, their beliefs about money, it all rubs off on you. Think about it. If you're constantly surrounded by people who are negative about money, who are always complaining about their lack of it, it's going to be hard to maintain a positive, abundant mindset, right?
Totally.
But if you surround yourself with people who are financially successful, who are generous, who are abundant in their thinking, it's going to rub off on you. You're going to start to see things differently.
And that's why having a plan is so crucial. Which brings us to rule #15, money favors those who plan.
It does. It does. It really does. Because it's not enough to just wish for wealth, right?
Right.
You need to have a roadmap to get there. You need to know where you're going and how you're going to get there.
So we're talking about setting clear financial goals,
Yes.
creating a budget that aligns with our values, and making conscious choices about our spending and saving habits.
Exactly. It's about taking control of your financial future, not leaving it up to chance.
But what about those moments when it feels overwhelming? Like when we lose sight of those goals and we kind of slip back into old habits? How do we stay motivated on this journey?
That's where visualization comes in hand with rule #17, money reflects your mindset.
Uh,
It's about creating a clear mental picture of your ideal financial future. It's not just about saying, I want to be financially free. It's about defining what that actually looks like, the house, the travels, the peace of mind, really feeling it on an emotional level. The more vividly you can see and feel your financial goals, the more motivated you'll be to take the necessary actions to make them a reality.
Because ultimately, this isn't about greed or chasing some arbitrary number.
Right.
It's about aligning your finances with the life you truly desire, a life filled with purpose, abundance, and the freedom to make choices that light you up.
I love that. A life that lights you up, that's what it's all about.
And on that note, I think it's fitting to close with rule #20, money follows values.
Such a powerful rule.
It's a reminder that true wealth comes from creating something of value for others.
100%.
Okay.
Something that solves a problem, brings joy, or makes the world a better place.
Something that makes a difference.
Exactly.
Because ultimately, wealth is not about hoarding money. It's about using it as a tool to create a life of meaning, impact, and fulfillment.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Use it as a tool to create the life you want, a life of impact and fulfillment. That's what it's all about.
So as you navigate your own financial journey, ask yourself, what value can I bring to the world? What legacy do I want to leave behind? Keep those questions front and center and watch as the possibilities unfold. Thanks for diving deep with us.